Some people feel alive when they walk into a crowded room. Others feel alive the moment they close their front door. While the world celebrates going out, networking, partying, and being seen, millions of people secretly feel happiest at home. Not because they are broken, not because they are lazy, and definitely not because they are antisocial, but because their brain is wired differently. Staying at home isn't a weakness. For many people, it's a form of psychological safety, emotional intelligence, and self-regulation. And today, we're going to break down the real psychology behind why some people love staying at home, using science, human behavior, emotional patterns, and real-life truths that most people never talk about. This isn't about introverts versus extroverts. This goes much deeper than personality labels. This is about how the mind protects itself, how energy is managed, and how emotional maturity changes what fun really means. That the big misunderstanding about home lovers. Society has a script. If you stay home too much, people assume you're lonely, you lack confidence, you're missing out, you're socially awkward. But psychology tells a very different story. People who love staying at home are often highly self-aware, emotionally sensitive, not weak, sensitive, deep thinkers, internally stimulated. They don't rely on external noise to feel alive. Their nervous system is calmer in controlled environments. Home is not an escape for them. Home is a reset button. The brain chemistry behind staying home. Let's talk about dopamine and stimulation. Some brains crave high stimulation, loud music, constant conversation, movement, chaos. Other brains get overwhelmed by that same input. For home-loving people, overstimulation drains dopamine instead of increasing it. Crowded places exhaust their mental energy, increase cortisol, stress hormone, reduce emotional clarity. Home does the opposite. At home, dopamine is stable, cortisol drops, the nervous system relaxes. This is not preference. This is neurobiology. Emotional energy management. One of the biggest reasons people love staying home is energy conservation. Social interaction costs emotional energy. Reading facial expressions, responding appropriately, managing impressions, filtering thoughts. Some people can do this all day without feeling tired. Others feel emotionally exhausted after just a few hours. Home allows no performance, no emotional labor, no social masking. At home, they don't have to be on. They can finally be real. That highly observant minds need quiet. People who love staying home often have highly observant minds. They notice tone shifts, micro-expressions, emotional undercurrents, hidden intentions. This level of awareness is mentally expensive. Being around people means constantly processing invisible information. Home gives their mind a break. Silence is not empty for them. Silence is restorative. Home is a safe, emotional territory. Home represents control. Control over noise, lighting, temperature, social interaction, emotional exposure. For people who grew up in unstable environments, home becomes more than a place. It becomes safety, predictability, emotional grounding. Their love for staying home isn't avoidance. It's self-protection, intelligence, and internal stimulation. Many people who prefer staying home have rich internal worlds. They are stimulated by thinking, creating, learning, reflecting, imagining. They don't need constant external entertainment. Their mind is already busy. Psychology calls this internal locus of stimulation. They don't chase excitement. They generate it. Why small social circles feel better. Home-loving people don't dislike people. They dislike shallow interaction. They prefer one-on-one conversations, meaningful dialogue, emotional depth. Large groups dilute connection. Home allows selective connection on their terms. Quality over quantity isn't a slogan for them. It's a survival strategy. Emotional maturity changes fun. As emotional maturity increases, dopamine sources change. Early dopamine, validation, attention, being seen. Mature dopamine, peace, alignment, authenticity. Staying home feels good because it aligns with who they are now, not who society expects them to be. People who stay home think long-term. Impulse seeks stimulation. Wisdom seeks stability. People who love staying home often think long-term. Emotional health, mental clarity, energy sustainability. They are not afraid of boredom. They understand that peace is rare and valuable. The social shaming problem. Society praises visibility. If you're not seen, you're assumed to be failing. But staying home is not hiding. It's choosing. Psychologically secure people don't need to constantly prove they exist. Why home feels like freedom. Outside world. Expectations. Judgment. Comparison. Home. Acceptance. Autonomy. Freedom. At home, they don't shrink. They expand inward. Common traits of people who love staying home. They are often emotionally intelligent, selectively social, deeply reflective, calm under pressure, independent thinkers, not withdrawn, just intentional. Mislabeling introversion. Introversion isn't shyness. It's how energy is restored. Home is a charging station, not a prison. When staying home becomes unhealthy, psychology draws a clear line. Healthy, choosing solitude, enjoying peace. Unhealthy, avoiding fear, escaping unresolved pain. Loving home is healthy when it's a choice, not a cage. Why the world needs home lovers. The loudest voices don't shape the world. The deepest thinkers do. People who love staying home, build ideas, create systems, reflect deeply, see patterns others miss. Progress often begins in quiet rooms. If you love staying home, you are not missing out. You are tuning in. You are listening to your nervous system. You are respecting your energy. You are choosing depth over noise. And that is not weakness. That is wisdom. If this video made you feel understood, if it put words to something you've always felt but never explained, subscribe to this channel. Because here, we don't shame human behavior. We explain it. Like the video. Share it with someone who thinks staying home means something is wrong. And remember, not everyone is meant to be loud. Some minds are built to be deep.